hear so much about safe sex, safe driving, we will not have safe comedy.
No holds barred! Ow!
Canadians adore beer. It shouldn't be a maple leaf on the flag. It should be a big fat keg of beer. That way we'd all salute when they raise the flag.
I'm down to light cigarettes and decaf, and I'm so fucking happy, man. You know?
Actually, I want to take my clothes off and run around.
You ask almost any Canadian, what's a strategic nuclear missile? I guarantee you they're gonna go, vodka, Kahlua.
Oh, where we go? We got a show for you tonight, folks. Are y'all excited?
It's off the wall.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to be back in Nanaimo. We got a great show for you tonight, but first I think we ought to get to know each other a little bit. My name's Dave Ward, but you guys can all call me Squatch. People always want to know how I got that name. My dad gave me that name. It's a noise my little brother used to make when the bunk beds broke. I was born in Glasgow, Scotland. I weighed 17 pounds, 10 ounces when I was born. Honest. My mom says I kind of just crawled out and went to the fridge looking for beer. What, no kokanee? Actually, to tell you the truth, I was delivered at home by my grandmother, and my mother had no drugs. Oh, it's all right. She's been on drugs ever since. My 5 younger siblings came along pretty easy. Trailblazing kind of guy that I was. Well, on with the show. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to bring to the stage another act for your perusing. He's actually a very, very funny guy. I've had the fortune of working with him on a number of occasions. Originally from Edmonton, he's worked for Coca-Cola and the Edmonton Oilers. There you go. And he was featured in a show called Alberta's Best, and he's one of them. And now living in beautiful Cassidy, BC, Mr. Chris Ewell.
All right, thanks a lot, Squatch. How you guys all doing tonight out there? You're looking good. You're looking like a good crowd. Actually, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit of magic, a little bit of comedy for you. Anything you don't find funny up here, that's probably the magic part, okay? So keep that in mind, and we'll do fine. Actually, I always like to start off my show with a little piece of advice. I hope you guys don't mind if I give you a bit of advice, but it's in the form of a trick. It is in the form of a trick. A little trick using a cigarette. Little trick with a cigarette. Excuse me. What happened there, buddy? You seem to have dropped that. It is a trick using a cigarette, but I need to borrow a lighter. Does somebody have a lighter? Maybe hopefully here in the front row there. Just toss it on up here. All right. Is this one of these childproof things? All right. Because we're going to do a little magic trick with this lady's cigarette lighter and that cigarette. Where did I put the smoke now? Smoke, is that... Okay, maybe not that cigarette lighter. That's a good lighter, though, lady. Where do you get the... And it's not even childproof. Did you notice that? Maybe you better hang on to that. I could have caused some serious damage had I had that at my face, especially with the amount of hairspray I got in tonight. I got some... Oh, wait, here's some matches. I got some matches anyway. Matches. Here they are. There they're at. A little bit safer than yours, I think. All right, because we're going to do a little magic trick with a lit cigarette. And again, this is a bit of advice for you guys. Who in the room, by round of applause, smokes? Smokers in the room? Let's hear you. All right, all right. Non-smokers, where are you at? Non-smokers. Yeah, see, there's actually less of them. They're just a little more enthusiastic. Did you notice that? A little more lung capacity than the rest of you. Oh, I don't smoke. I normally don't smoke. I should point that out. I normally don't smoke. I only smoke during this trick that I'm about to share with you. I do the trick about 20 times a day. A little bit of advice with a pink silk, a lit cigarette, and this is my advice for those of you who said you do smoke, the smokers in the room. Now, I'm sure you've heard it before. Quit. But I'll show you how easy it is. Just that easy. You too can actually quit smoking. There you go. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. If I catch fire up here, you want to throw some water on me, buddy? Appreciate it. Second piece of advice I'd like to give you before I get started. Who in the room does not like the metric system? Does not like the metric system? Few people? Okay, this is Canada. You're in Canada now, in case you didn't know it. And the metric system, it's around. It's in Canada, and I think it's here to stay. It's been here for quite a few years now, and it's here to stay. This one, please support your metric system. That's my advice. Personally, I support the metric system every inch of the way. And I mean that. Third piece of advice I'd like to give before I get started. Who in the room has animals at home? Animals at home, again by applause. Animals at home? I'm not talking about your husband. I'm talking about pets here. Cats, rats, elephants, whatever it is you have at home. This one I'm saying from my heart, people. This one I'm saying from my heart. Please be kind to your pets. Okay? And I do mean that. And I'm actually thinking of a friend of mine every time I say this. He's not so kind to his. Does it in the wrong place, rubs his nose in it. Yeah. Does something wrong and he hits it with a belt. And I mean the buckle end. And that'll kill a budgie. So, please be kind to your pets. I do really mean that. All right, here we go. I did promise you some magic. A little trick I like to start the show off with of blue silk. A little trick I like to call my opener. Sort of the opening effect of the show here. A little trick I like to call my opener. Let me just grab the four corners of the silk up here. All right. Little trick I like to call my opener. Reach inside there. Somewhere inside there. My opener. Opener. You guys are too easily entertained if you're applauding that one. Actually, what good is an opener? Unless you have something to open. There we go. Full bottle of coconut right there. Yeah, I figured you guys would applaud the booze for sure. I might need that a little later on. All right, here we go. The Chinese linking rings. I got other stuff. Never mind. Okay, we got some other stuff in here we'll use. You don't want to see that. Hey, do you guys like card tricks? Do you guys like card tricks? Yeah? That's too bad, because we're going to do a rope trick, actually. So I hope you like rope tricks, because that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of rope magic for you using these 3 pieces of rope. Let me just grab them out here. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. As you can plainly see, I have a short one. No, I meant a rope, actually. I meant a short piece of rope, of course. Of course, I have a medium-sized piece of rope, and of course, the last one, as you can plainly see, that's the long, very, very long piece. All 3 of which are different. What was that? Somebody mentioned they look the same there. Actually, you're right. They do kind of look a little alike, don't they? Actually, I know what confuses most people. I do know what confuses them. It's actually the long one here. It's the long one. It's never the short one or the medium one that confuses them. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Tell you what, I'm actually going to get these examined. Would you examine that for me? Make sure that is a solid piece of rope. A solid piece of rope, same kind you'd find at home in your bedroom. Give it a good examine there. Would you Sorry, I had to give you the short one there, buddy. But you kind of looked like you were used to it, so go ahead, examine those. Does it look like a solid piece of rope? Doesn't stretch or shrink or anything? There's the small one, and of course the medium-sized one. I was just kidding about the bedroom joke. The rope in the bedroom. I was just kidding. Yeah, you're probably more used to something like this, aren't you? A little more familiar, maybe. The fur-lined ones? Yeah, I got those too. How about that one? Something like that, maybe more your style. All right, I did promise you some rope magic. Here we go. Just like I said in the very beginning, I have a long one. And I mean that. I have a medium-sized piece. And of course, I have a short piece of rope. All 3 have been examined by the audience tonight. But you see, when I started this trick, I had 3 that sort of looked the same, didn't I? Sort of like now. Are you guys confused? Or do you always just look like this? That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. I know what it is. I know what's confusing you guys. I'm using 3 pieces of rope. 3 pieces is really tough to follow. 3 pieces is tough to follow. Let's do a trick with 1 piece, maybe the long one that you examine. We'll do a trick with the long one. We'll get rid of the short one and the medium one and move on with things. How's that sound? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Hey, do you guys ever wonder about weird things, wacky things? All the time. Actually, I'm on the road quite a bit. I am on the road quite a bit. And I'm always wondering about weird things, wacky things, why things are, how things are. Now tell me if this is not weird. Why is there no such thing as a B battery? A B battery. Now think about this. There's A's, there's double A's, triple A's even, C's and D's. They've skipped right over the B. Obviously, I have more time on my hands than you people do. Be thinking about stuff like this. Okay, this one you'll all agree with. This one you guys will all agree with. Why is it whenever you phone a wrong number, you never get a busy signal? Do you? You never get a busy signal, do you? You always get that same person. I'm sorry, wrong number, every single time. This is the weirdest one of all. Has anyone ever seen one of these things? Some of the guys are shaking their head no. Hangs beside the toilet. I'm sure you've either seen it maybe here at Spanky's or even at home in your own bathroom. Like, who invented something like this? And why? This thing hurts. I'll stick to the paper. Thank you very much. You guys can have it. All right, I did promise you some magic with some rope. Here we go. A little bit of rope magic. I'm going to tie a nice tight knot in this piece of rope. A nice tight knot. Now, of course, my job as a magician is to actually get rid of that knot. All we do is give it a little rub, little squeeze. Kind of like you do at home, sir. Little rub, little squeeze. And you can actually pull the knot right off the rope, just like so. There it is. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, good snatch. Sorry, I meant nice catch is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. Nice catch is what I meant to say. I'm seeing what kind of crowd this is here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me just grab some things out here. All right, here we go. Same piece of rope. We're going to cut the rope into 2 equal lengths. Cut the rope into 2 equal lengths, just like so. 2 equal. Unequal lengths is what I meant to say. Unequal lengths. I'm going to tie them back together. Going to try and make it back into one solid piece of rope again. This one I suggest don't blink. Don't blink or you'll actually miss this one. Here we go. Watch this. Watch this. Don't blink. Back to one solid piece of rope again. Here we go. Don't blink. And there it is, back into one solid piece of rope again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Some of you aren't buying that, are you? They buy that in Ladysmith, actually. Down the... Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anyone from Ladysmith here tonight? Is there anyone from Ladysmith? Anyone? You're from Ladysmith, sir? I'll talk a little slower, and then you can follow along with things here. I'm just kidding. That never usually fools too many people. I tell you what, actually, I'm going to make my job much more difficult up here. I'm actually going to tie the rope a few times and cut it, making my job much more difficult. Let's see. That's once, that's twice. One more time. Giving me 4 pieces of rope tied by 3 knots. Much harder to do, or at least harder to say. Let me just give it a quick cut there. There we go. 4 pieces of rope tied by 3 knots. If we want to restore this piece of rope, all we do is give it a little tug, little pull. And there it is, back into one solid piece of rope again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great knot.
Okay, I missed the middle one. Okay, since I missed it, how about a couple quick impersonations for you guys? Let's see here. Elton John. Elton John. Sunglasses for the guy from Ladysmith, sunglasses. He wore a lot of sunglasses is the thing, sir. Always educating. Lassie, maybe. Lassie? Oh. My grandmother. Figured you guys would laugh at that one. Whoa, hang on a sec. We're going to leave my grandfather out of it tonight. Tell you what, if we want to restore this piece of rope, all we do is give it a little tug, little pull, just like that. There it is, back into one solid piece of rope for you guys one more time. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one more time, or at least until everyone applauds. One more time. Yeah, now they start applauding. One more time, using the knife. Actually, stand up for a minute, buddy. You kind of look like the guy that killed my parents. I'm kidding, just stay there. I killed my parents, that's all right. All right, here we go. For the last and final time, back to one solid piece of rope again. Here we go. keep missing that middle one, don't I? Wait. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's my fault. It is my fault. Actually, it works a lot better if the knot is down there. Closer to the bottom. No, I'm just kidding. Tell you what, I'll actually get rid of that. This time I'll throw it that way. Did somebody catch that? Did you catch that, sir? Yeah, you did. There you go. You weren't too... Tell you what, though. Tell you what. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to do it one more time. No, it's a good trick. It's really not that funny. It is a good trick. Same piece of rope using the same... Did they see that? No. You guys probably all saw that, didn't you? Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Magicians up their sleeve, all that kind of stuff. Let me get rid of this. We'll get on with the show. Fair enough? Let me just get rid of this here. Move on with things. Obviously not the short one. There we go. There we go. Stuck. Hang on a sec. Let me check something. Let me just check. Yeah, there's the problem right there. Okay, now we got it. Now we got it under control. Now, is this how you do it at home? So, there we. Oh, sorry about that. I got hung up there a little bit. All right, let's just get rid of this and move on with things. There we go. All right, now we got her under control. There we go. All right, now we got it. Kind of look like Pee Wee Herman there, don't I? Yeah, coming in a theater near you. You guys are a sick crowd. It is stuck again, though. It is stuck. Let me check one more thing here. Let me just check. Yeah, there's the problem right there. Okay, now we got it under control. Now we got it under control. This is rope burn, by the way, people. Can figure out where it's going. I'm enjoying it. Is that what you said? I don't think so. Not at all. Hang on a sec. Let me just get rid of this and we'll move on with things. There we go. All right, there we go. There we Oh, for crying. Where's that knife at? Maybe we'll just cut it out of there. Hang on a sec. I'll give it a good tug. And oh, wait. What the hell is up with this? What was that? Nice pecker? Thank you for noticing, ma'am. I really appreciate. Oh, sorry. You meant the birds. You meant the birds on the shorts there. Never know how those birds get in there. No, I know how those birds get in there. What I can never figure out is where this one comes from. Come on out there, sweetheart. Come on out. There she is. There she is. Let me just get rid of this. All right. This is a real live dove, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe me, I'll throw her at you. No, I'm kidding. Remember what I said. Be kind to your pets, and I do mean that. Tell you what, I'm going to get rid of her for a few minutes, and we'll get on with some more magic. Fair enough? Let me just grab her little box over here and tuck her inside it. Like you guys have never eaten fried food before. Give me a break. Clean up my stage here. Look at that, buddy. A full meal deal right there. All right, get in there, you little nugget. Is it warm in here? Or is it just me? It's a little warm in here. Just bear with me a second, folks. Just bear with me. Actually, I want to take my clothes off and run around. This prevents streaking. So I had to do that. I had to do that. Let me just shift some things around here, because I got something else in this bag here. I want to get out of here. Let me just pull them on out of here. Come on. Come on, sweetie. I got another animal in here. Let me grab him. Let me grab him. Oh, there he is. That's Rambo. Rambo the raccoon. Rambo. Look at me. That's it. It deserves a vote. Yeah. Rambo. Okay. Yeah. Did you want to pet him? Did you want to pet him? Ah! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Actually, it's not a real animal at all, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually like a slinky in a bed spring. What you got to do is go out, find some roadkill, grab a spring, shove it. Never mind. Okay. You get the idea. You work him sort of like a squirt gun, sort of. You pull down on your thumb with one thumb, and he looks up at you. Rocky. And he looks, and you give him some love, and just like that, yeah. One finger like a trigger finger on a gun. Makes him look down. He eats some munchies. Munchy, 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 munchy. Wiggle his tail a little bit. 4 fingers. 4 fingers makes him boogie up the body. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Always use 4 fingers. Never use 1. Woo! All right. True story, a true story. I was actually in a restaurant one time. I was in a restaurant. Oh, he does impersonations. Let me just quickly do them for you. He does impersonations. He's Tonto. Hoya, hoya, hoya. No. Davy Boone? Or David Crockett? Or Daniel Boone? Who the hell is his name? Abe Lincoln? Tom Selleck? Brooke Shields? Madonna? Never mind. He does them all. He does them all. This is a true story, quick true story. I was in a restaurant one time, I had him under my jacket, and in the middle of my salad I'm eating, I pull Rocky out, Rambo here, and I start to make him come alive a little bit, and I'm feeding him from my plate some salad and whatnot. And the waiter comes by and he says to me, he says, "Sir, you're not allowed to live animals in this restaurant." I said, "What? No live animals?" "Medium rare." You guys are crazy. That's right. Boogie up the body. Just boogie up. Did you want to try it, sir? Stand up. It won't hurt. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Where did he go? Where did he go? I better move my stuff off stage. Tell you what, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to get off stage here. I'm actually going to do a quick card trick for you guys. It's using 3 jumbo cards, 3 large cards, and then I'm going to get off stage here. Uses 3 cards and 3 cards only, as you can plainly see. It uses the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Spades, and the King of Hearts. But it's actually not much of a card trick. It's more the rhyme that goes with the trick. So you got to listen and pay close attention. And I tell you what, I'm going to actually keep it clean tonight. I'm going to keep it 100% clean tonight. Here we go. The story goes like this. I'll tell you this story using cards, rhyme, and wit. Composed by myself, and that is no shock. Shock. Keeping it clean. The story you'll find of 2 gals and 1 guy, a soap opera of sorts. Now let's find out why. The first 2 or 3 were husband and wife, a king and a queen for most of their life. Now he called her Edith and she called him Stan. You see, she was the queen and Stan was her man. Now the king he could smile, but Edith could not, for it was child they wanted, but could not begot. Oh, the king he was virile, potent, well made. 'Twas the queen who was sterile. You see, she is spade. They get worse. The king yearned a son, someone to carry on his name, and soon it was Edith he started to blame. The fighting and yelling, Edith could take it no more. She called Stan a bum and his mistress a creep. You see, she knew about Kate, a pretty young lass with the face of a queen and a firm, shapely nose. 'Twas Kate Stan lusted, but still loved his queen. A threesome they became, with king in between. The King Stan trio they came to be known, but a king with 2 queens would be rocking the throne. You see, lust and greed don't mix well with fate. Soon it was Edith who lusted for Kate. It's the 90s, folks. Or Port Alberni, whichever that is. Oops. Oops. Hope I didn't offend too many people. I used to live there, don't worry, sir. I got out while the getting was good. 2 queens in love soon sent Stan away, but Stan would return, he wanted to play. They refused him quick, sent him outside the walls, and should he return, they would cut off his bald head. Keeping it clean. Well, Stan would return, he wanted to play, and he would return when Kate was away. A fight broke out, Edith screamed, yelled, and hissed. Not to mention the king, boy was he pretty upset. Well, Kate would return, much to Edith's delight, and what of King Stan? Nowhere in sight. So we're left with 2 queens. Quite happy, rather gay. But not so with Stan, he had not had his way. So what is the moral, the lesson we learn of Stan, Kate, and Edith and the tables they turn? Well, I told it to Stan, now I'll tell it to you. You can't have your Kate, and Edith too. Hope you guys have had fun tonight. Thanks a lot. My name's Chris Yule. We'll see you guys later on. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.